Pecha Kucha 221, little bit of Loomis. So last week I discussed Andrew Loomis's book, How to Draw the Head and Hands. This week I was supposed to action what I read, and I did a little bit of it, but I was surprised at how difficult it was for me to figure out what I wanted to achieve with it, and also just get back into the swing of drawing after doing the Smiley Show. So last week I was actually talking to a friend right as I started reading the book, and as we were talking on Skype, I was drawing stuff in Clip Studio Paint. At this point, I was just trying to get my head around the idea of, you draw a ball as the skull, the cranium, and then you attach everything onto it. And as the conversation went on, I kind of started meandering into just drawing whatever. I was playing a Gundam game, so I started trying to blind draw a Gundam, and then there's an alien dude. Keeping a digital sketchbook full of random stuff is actually something I should do more often. That spontaneity is very helpful. And as I said, I put that Smiley Show thing up, which was like 2 weeks of hard graft over 3 weeks. And it's put me in a very weird headspace, because now I've developed that instant habit of making projects and then having an actual deadline and a finish. And now I'm going back to doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And that on top of the fact that, October was Inktober, I did something every day, but a daily deadline kind of means you can't be so good. But in my November, it was like the opposite. I did very, very few things. And the one thing that I did that I suppose you could say I was proud of is the picture of Raul Julia I did, because I meant to airbrush this picture, and in the end I just used the chalk brush and I just cross-hatched it because it was more fun and it felt more appropriate for me and just how I wanted to go about it. I'd like to do more of this, but I don't want to turn this into just another job either. So this week I was just trying to put my hand on the canvas and draw anything. As I was finding any excuse to not draw heads, I remembered something else I wanted to try. So Transformers kind of require you to use a lot of parallel lines because they're box people. So I just drew a picture of Megatron, and then I was going to use some of Clip Studio Paint's parallel rulers. So the idea is I can create a vertical line and a horizontal line, which should mean that all of the parallel lines match up, and all I have to do is kind of use this as a guide, and then I can freehand it on top of this to get a kind of easy effort robots. But I don't remember even how to draw Megatron at this point. He has a very weird shaped helmet thing going on. So this was inconclusive, but at least it distracted me from finding it so difficult to draw, because it was arduous this week. It really was. Spending so much time thinking about drawing the head as well, I thought it worth touching back on drawing full body torsos. For some reason I decided I was going to draw Captain America, even though I have no idea how to render his costume, and I wouldn't say I'm a fan either. But I guess it's, he's one of the guys in those how to draw books I read right when I was a kid. The How to Draw the Marvel Way book is the first how to draw book I ever read, and I probably learned most of the things I take for granted from it. It's a pretty good book, all things considered. So I started with a red frame, and then I kind of buffed him up, doing a second layer of iterative improvements, and then I just went into the ink. And my favourite Captain America costume is the one where he's got this chainmail thing going on, but I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea to draw that without committing to the effort. I do enjoy drawing his weird boots and his massive gloves, but whatever. Just trying to keep the hand moving. For a couple of weeks ago, I was looking at pictures of Darkseid for some reason, to distract myself from doing the Smiley Show. He's a very strange character to draw. He's very difficult to make look cool. Some people can do it. The way he wears this helmet is bizarre, but whatever. It was fun to draw it, and I don't even know if it's accurate. I decided to try and end the week just drawing a picture of the Joker using the skull creation method and an awkward angle from the Andrew Loomis kind of methodology. It's difficult to know if it works and how much of this is new data I'm trying to incorporate in, and how much of it is me just doing what I normally do. It feels pretty much like I'm just doing what I normally do, but in theory, I suppose everything Loomis told me I already knew, because it was really about proportions and general proportions in the head, and that's common knowledge if you've studied this kind of stuff. Right at the end of the week, I decided, you know what, let's just get the book, let's get some random paper, let's just get a mechanical pencil, and let's just copy what's in the book. So I just started on the first page, where he's kind of talking about all the different ways you can draw heads, all the variations you can make using different features. And I just thought, how do children learn? They learn by copying first and understanding second. So if I just copy what I see, am I going to pick up anything just from going through the motions? And I've got to say, when I came to doing these profile shots, the side faces, I don't do side faces very often, and I'm not very good at them, so I feel like maybe that was beneficial. But I got to say, this was a slog as well, because this is right at the start of the book. He's kind of showing you some stuff, but he's skipping the steps that he's just about to explain on the next few pages. So if this is counterproductive or not, I can't possibly say. I do need to give a shout out to Dr. Karnoff of Vlad TV. He's a real doctor and a real rapper, and he's going through, he's on the front line, so to speak. And he also dropped one of the most insane freestyles I've ever heard, using medical terminology. And I swear to God, I've heard rappers release shorter albums. It just went on forever. It was awesome. And my Christmas present for Christmas was someone made a text-to-speech Sonic video, and then you as the viewer have the choice to accept or deny a gift from Sonic the Hedgehog, which is an excellent use of YouTube's video selection stuff at the end of a video. I took the gift, and Sonic will not perish me for my next transgression. What a wonderful Christmas gift to receive. Right, so that brings us to the end of Pecha Kucha 221. I have a plan for next week, which I think will be more prosperous and industrious, because I'm getting back into the swing of things. We will see if that's what happens. All right, so I'll see you then.